If anyone was on this channel around last year or so, I made a review of the game Little Big Planet. It got about 39 views, which I'm sure 30 of those were just me viewing it, making sure I got everything correct. Doing that video made me realize that I like analyzing things. So, a couple months ago, I uploaded an update on this channel, which I said a few things like said I'm going to be reviewing Shovel Knight and a bunch of other things. Well,
I've cheated you. I've cheated all of you, and you didn't even notice.
you all understand why I decide to change my plans, right? You know, things change. You decide to change the course of what you're doing after you make an announcement about it. Anyhow, a problem I was having with just doing reviews at all is simply how to structure the schedule of my reviews. Not necessarily release schedules or anything, but, you know, the game after game. Well, after this past Christmas, I've finally figured out a way to structure my review schedule, at least for right now. I am doing a marathon of sorts. For those of you who don't know what a marathon is for at least critical game reviews, it's essentially take a collection of games, whether it be in the same series, same type of genre, same publisher, whatever, and just kind of review them until you run out of them or you just decide to simply stop. So anyways, the marathon I'm doing are actually Christmas presents I've been given throughout the years. Well, I should say Christmas and birthday presents. I'm doing this marathon to show some appreciation for my family and extended family for fueling my crippling addiction to video games. This is all because of you. Anyways, today I will be reviewing LEGO Marvel Superheroes for the PlayStation 3, which was given to me by my mom and dad for Christmas 2015. Along with the console version, we will also be looking at the 3DS version of LEGO Marvel Superheroes, named LEGO Marvel Superheroes Universe in Peril. I don't understand the subtitle. Anyways, we'll come to the 3DS version later. For now, let's look on the console version. Before starting the game up, you get a very unique opening sequence with a mysterious being Galactus eating the logos of the developers. Also, just a side note, this game was published by Warner Brothers, and this was after Disney bought Marvel. Gonna let that sink in. Galactus sends the Silver Surfer to find some more food for him. Whenever you start a new file, the story continues with the Silver Surfer finding his way to Earth. After entering the Earth's atmosphere, the Silver Surfer starts being tailed by S.H.I.E.L.D., but a mysterious plane shoots him out of the sky. Meanwhile, Doctor Doom has found a few pieces of the board, the pieces being named Cosmic Bricks, and plans to bring a bunch of other Marvel villains, which include Stan Lee for some reason, to find the other bricks so he can construct Doctor Doom's Doom Ray. Oh, Doom! So after the first level, roughly nothing happens for the next 12. I mean, granted, things happen, hero goes fight villains, etc., gets Cosmic Brick, gets it stolen back. That's most of the story until close to the end of the game anyways. The story is pretty by the book for a Marvel story, but at least it's not based on a pre-existing Marvel story, from what I know. Wait, how many times did I just say Marvel story? But aside from the really average story it is, there's a lot to love if you're a Marvel fan, with just the oddity of seeing all these characters together in an actual picture and not in comics. Because these characters cross over all the time in comics, but never really in movies and stuff. So, no, it's cool. And aside from that, also small little things like Easter eggs, just a weird number of characters to unlock. Look, Howard the Duck! And simply the achievements are just glorious and will make any Marvel fan happy. Oh, would you look at that? I won a no prize. Anyways, for the gameplay, it's the Lego game. I'm gonna assume everyone knows how that works. Punch a thing, build a thing, collect coins, collect a bunch of other stuff, use coins to buy characters, red bricks, and anything else you could design, and then go insane trying to collect everything. Some fly, some don't, some dig, some has spider sense, some has laser beams, and others have magic. These powers are used to collect many different collectibles, from studs, which are the currency of the game, mini kits, which are found in levels to construct special little builds, or in this case, just small comics. Red bricks, which are only found in special bonus Deadpool levels. Pretty cool. Character tokens, which let you unlock more tokens, and gold bricks, the main collectible of the game. Each LEGO game has a very unique draw to it, aside from the franchises it's connected to. This game has a massive open world with a lot of content, like a lot of content, too much content. Honestly, it's super fun to go through to explore the world map, and for anyone who's wondering, yes, the open world thing was done in a few other LEGO games beforehand. LEGO Star Wars 2 and LEGO Batman 2, and I think Lord of the Rings. I don't know, I've never played LEGO Lord of the Rings. But you see, the major improvement here is you can actually see! Yeah! LEGO Batman 2, it was like just way too dark, and you can actually see, and it has a mini-map that lets you place beacons. Which may not sound like a lot, but you know, after LEGO Batman 2, that's all I can really ask for. Anyways, when you're around the open world, you can do things like steal vehicles, and collect gold bricks, and just kind of fly around and do stupid things if you don't have anything to collect. Or you can do side quests, because side quests are here, and most of them are really silly. I mean, some of them make sense, like the Punisher asking you to give him a little hand in taking down some crime. Or they could be weird things like Black Panther needing to find his cat that's just like Captain America. I don't necessarily understand that. But when you're not doing side quests, collecting things, or just being a total tool, being Iron Man riding a bike, you can always look at the gorgeous lighting engine. This entire game actually looks pretty good. It's so shiny, which for some games I will say it is a problem when things are too shiny, but here it works good for the main reason that not everything's shiny, which sounds weird, but don't worry, it'll make sense. The game itself is bright, mainly because it's based on the Marvel comics and not the movies. The comics are usually much brighter than the actual movies, because they darken things down a little. Except recently, though, Thor Ragnarok, my god. But normal things like trees, the ground, and buildings, unless they have windows on them, or any other reflective surface, don't usually reflect. It's the characters you play as and the normal LEGO objects and the civilians walking around. Those all are super shiny, and honestly, that makes things perfect. Segueing from the lighting engine to just how it looks texture-wise, it looks very good. I mean, no texture looks super crunchy or pixely. Everything looks pretty good. And also the model construction's pretty good, whether it be a Lego piece or just a random thing you can see in the ocean. It looks pretty good. You know, unless you do a glitch where you're able to fly out of bounds, in which case you're in an N64 game. So overall, gameplay and graphics get an A+ out of me. It is one of the best Lego games you can get currently, in my opinion. Has a lot of content, it looks gorgeous, has a lot of Marvel fan service, and can be found on essentially everything except the Switch for roughly under $20. Really, it's a worthwhile purchase. So, very worthwhile for that $20 price tag. And like I said, it can be found just about on everything except for the Nintendo Switch, but if you want it on the Nintendo Switch, the sequel's out there, so go ahead. The game is also found on several handhelds too. iPhone, PS Vita, the normal DS, and of course the 3DS. But these are all different versions, and oh boy. We're going to talk about the handheld versions, and they're not that good. Also, this is the point where I just throw out the script.
You belong to the Merry Marvel Marching Society. March along to the song of the Merry Marvel Marching Society. If you growl, if